Hello and welcome. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to crochet a chain. Chains are one of the easiest things you can do, but are typically the hardest thing for people to learn, primarily because the consistency in your chain stitch is typically so important for whatever project you're working on. So we're going to kind of take this step by step today, folks. The first thing you need to do is start with a slip knot, and you can do whatever slip knot works for you. This is how I do it. You just need to start with that slip knot on your hook and then you are good to go. All right, so jumping right into this chain stitch, yarn over and pull through that loop on your hook. That's it. That is a chain stitch. So again, yarn over and pull through that loop. Again, I'm going to yarn over and pull through that loop. So again, the chain stitch in itself is really easy. It's the consistency that's hard. And with a lot of practice, you can get to that level of consistency. But here's a few tips. You can see where I keep moving my thumb up and my finger up to get right up underneath that. That is a really good way to help make sure that you're staying consistent because it keeps everything below that finger and thumb in place while you're yarning over and pulling through. Another good tip, I think, what I was taught when I first started to learn how to crochet was it wasn't just visually seeing that my stitches were consistent, but how it felt in my hand when I stitched. So in other words, every time I made a consistent chain stitch, how did that feel? How did the hook feel going through the yarn? What did it feel on my tension finger? All of that. So for me, what I noticed was if the tip of my hook skimmed the chain below, I knew that I was getting a consistent chain stitch. So over time, I could get faster and I didn't necessarily have to think about what I was doing, but I can kind of feel it in my hand. So as I'm crocheting along and working on those chains, if I can feel that the tip of my hook is skimming it, then I know I'm consistent. The other tip is this. You need to first work on consistency and then work on speed. And typically over the time, the faster you get, the better you are. In this case, because I am going slower, some of my chains aren't as consistent because I've had a lot more practice at it. But do make sure that you're working on consistency first and then speed second. And that's all I have today, folks. I know this was really short and to the point. If you missed anything, feel free to go back and rewatch. I will also have a link down in the description below for written instructions on the Ruby Grace blog. Thanks so much for stopping by. Love your face.